Just finished a workout with Hector, aka Optic Hex. First day back for him in a while. It's good though, he's back in the grind. Hopefully, we can stick with it. Just crazy because, I mean, they travel a lot, right? Hector's got a lot of stuff to do. He's got all the teams to go and watch. He's got business to do. So, even for him to even get back on the horse and come to a place like this to work out is saying a lot, because honestly, coming to a place like this to train with me is completely different than going to like LA Fitness or Export, because just the amount of attention to detail, the amount of exercises that he's doing, generally most people go to Export, they're not doing as many compound movements as we do here, where almost everything is a compound movement because, it's more sports related, it's, less isolations. We're changing his body type to make him just overall healthier, not so much train him to be a bodybuilder. What my goals are for him, and hopefully with what I'm gonna be rolling out with my mobile app and stuff, that I can program a month out for him, so that when he does travel, if he has a gym, or if any of the guys have gyms, or any of you want to be, I'm gonna be doing this for everybody. So if you want, one of my workouts, if you want me to design something custom for you, you're gonna have that option. But the mobile app is great because I can program for you from distance, give you videos to show you the exercises, and I'm gonna be in great correspondence with you because you literally upload your results to your workouts, any notes, any pictures, any videos that you may have, and it goes right up into your profile, so that later on that day, I can go in and see how your workout went. I can see, if you had any issues with anything, if the weights are too high, if you're not hitting your reps right, so I can make the adjustments on the fly, just right away for your next workout. And that's something that you're not gonna get from a lot of places where you get a set program, and it's almost like a cookie cutter thing. So you don't have that custom availability, you don't have that coaching, you don't have that science behind it, and that availability to reach out to somebody and say, is what I'm doing correct, or should I make changes? So if you don't know what you're doing, or you've never done anything like this before, it's gonna have a basic workout for you to do at the gym that's gonna see results. Most of you guys have never been actually on a training program, so for the first time that you do it, you're gonna see results because you actually have a plan. Instead of just going to the gym not knowing what to do, you have a base program, and then you can always add to it or subtract from it. So it's a great option to have, and something I'm really looking forward to rolling out very soon. Hopefully, I gotta get caught up putting all my business stuff in there first, so all my current clients, all my current athletes, I gotta upload pretty much, I wanna say probably 100 or so plus different type of programs I'm gonna be putting into this software.
All right guys, so we're in the office, and I wanted to now show you kind of what the app would look like. So the app we use is called Train Heroic. It's an app that can be used for any type of really workout, strength conditioning, CrossFit facility, sports performance, college teams, and it's really based on, it was based on teams, but now they've really kind of redesigned and opened it up to private facilities like myself. So let's take a look. So here's the first look at the app, what it would look like. So you would come in here, you can select what teams you have. I see I have Broman, I have Optic Strength, I have Hex, I have some other kids in there. But for instance, let's go into, let's look at our advanced here. So if you go in, there's no comments, or there's no, I'm in the feed right now, so if you look at this lower portion right here, look at this lower portion, there's a feed, so you can post comments to like everybody who's in the team, and kind of, get a little banter, you can post photos. They're coming out with videos soon, so you'll be able to post videos. But if I go into here, there's no team workouts. Okay, so I haven't done anything in that one yet. So let's go to, for instance, let's go to the Glenview Stars. So today, if you were pulling this up for the first time, you would see this. This would be your workout. So you'd have your warm up, you'd have your power skill stuff. So today we're doing, we got sled work to do, sprinting work. And then you come down here to your strength and your main lifts. So kettlebell squat, these guys are just getting into it, their first time, they're young. So he did a set of 12. All right, so he did a 55-pound kettlebell. So he's gonna autofill and he'll click done. So when he goes in, he'll be able to track his weights across. And then, we got RDL. And once you finish that section, you'll say complete section and you're done. Now, what's cool is that if you don't know what you're doing, say you're doing this from distance and you can't figure out what to do, you'll click tips, and it'll bring you right to a YouTube deadlift of someone demoing it with usually points of performance, which means pretty much your instructions or cues of what to look for. You can go back. So once you're done, it'll post automatically to the cloud or whatever, so that I can see it, track, You can attach notes in here about how you felt, any comments or anything like that. All our mobility work will be on there as well from our physical therapist, who will be posting circuits, hip mobility, shoulder mobility, anything that's designated towards that certain day or that week of workouts that they want them to focus on. Now, you can also go into what's called Leaderboard. So if I set, for instance, maybe once a week or so, we're gonna have a challenge workout or a challenge video, anything like that. You'll be able to input, for instance, let's say you're gonna do a push-up contest. I did 50 push-ups, so I'm gonna put 50 push-ups, I'm gonna hit this little symbol, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna see everybody who did that workout that day, or for that workout in general, who's at the top of the leaderboard. So it would split into male, female, who's completed it, who's best. Now for instance, if we're doing like Optic Strength Community Leaderboard, most people know how to use YouTube, so what we'll do is, for those people who are at either on top of the leaderboard or close to, you'll be required to post a video of you completing that repetition, that movement, that leaderboard, so that it can be verified and there can be no complaints and no one can argue about it, that it was full range of motion, full depth, whatever you want to call it. I don't think we're going to be doing a whole lot of that stuff anyways. Be more fun challenges, more competitive, and but it's gonna be cool. So you can see where you rank, where you stack up against the competition, and use it as motivation to maybe try and get up there. I'm sure we're gonna have rewards, some swag to give away for those people who do make the top of the leaderboard, and it's gonna be fair for everybody. So there's gonna be conditioning ones, there'll be endurance ones, there's gonna be power, strength, power endurance, who can do the most repetitions at a high weight. So it's gonna filter in towards, anybody can win something. Then you can track your numbers. So if you have your own specific body weight numbers, all that stuff. Sorry, I'm sweating. It's hot as hell in here. You'll be able to track your PRs, your working maxes. So when I program in, say, I want you to do a squat at 50% of your max, it'll automatically input into the system for you. So you can track your own stuff. So it's pretty cool. You can go home, you got your own stuff, you got notifications, you got support, feedback, settings, programming. So that's kind of a first look at what it would look like. And what's cool is that you can go to the marketplace and you'll be able to upload this towards your workout. So for instance, one of the programs that I'm going to have is going to be a monthly program, and it'll be a small fee per month, but you get all the programming that goes along with it.
So one of the things you'll have is monthly programming. So for instance, we'll have maybe the Tactic Sports Performance esports workout geared towards building a stronger, more mobile athlete. That's something that we can sell in the marketplace and that you guys can have. So if you don't know what you're doing, you want to try a different program, you want to be on task, you want to have a training program that's built somewhat towards you, but mostly it's going to be a holistic program, hitting all components and making you that much better. That's something to look forward to. I'm going to be designing it soon and probably rolling it out, hopefully. I'm planning on June 1. That'd be awesome to start on June 1. Not sure what it's going to cost. It can be anywhere from $10, $20, $30 a month, but if you're thinking about it, it's well worth the investment to set yourself on a training program, so you're not just going to the gym and just working out. You want to have a plan that's guiding you along the way, that you have someone who can monitor your weights, that can look at it, give you advice when you need to, and has all the instructional videos attached to it as well. So it's a great tool. Hope you guys use it. It's going to benefit you that much more than just simply going to the gym and picking a few things and seeing if it works. The stuff I'm going to put in there works. It's scientifically backed. It's things I've done over the last 5-10 years of working with athletes and designing programs and making sure that they're seeing results. So you can trust me on that. As long as you put in the effort, I'll give you the blueprint, I'll give you some of the coaching, and you guys will be on your way. Let me know in the comments below whether it's something you'd like. Post it in the Twitters, message me, whatever you want, and kind of give me a feedback of what you guys are looking for, what you'd like, and be on the mindset that it's not just going to be bodybuilding. I'm looking out for you as a holistic person, not just getting big, fat, getting ripped and jacked. I want you guys to be more mobile in your chairs. I want you to have better lifestyle, be able to go and do fun things, not just sit at your desk all damn day. So stay tuned, leave comments below.
So it's like I always set myself back to the point to where I'm just like puking. And if you work out with this guy, you're gonna puke, guaranteed. Especially if I did. I don't know if it's me or the way that I'm breathing, but it's definitely like I gotta puke. Well, thank you. I'll see you.